Hello and welcome. Come on in. How's everyone doing? Let's give you guys a second to come on in and we will get started. All right. Hello, everyone. I'll start by introducing myself. I am Maggie, your substitute teacher tonight. And for today's class, I'm going to be making a chicken parmesan, my substitute version of the chicken parmesan, and I'll walk you guys through it. Hey, Leanne, how are you? So for anyone new here, I'm just a mom and a home cooker. That's what the boys used to call me when they were younger. I've been on a health and wellness journey. This is year 3 for me so far, maintaining about a 75-pound weight loss with at least 25 more to go. And I've done that by getting tested for food sensitivities. Hey, Mona. By getting tested for food sensitivities. That's my list over there on the fridge. And for me, that was a cheek swab on the inside plus some hair samples. So I have a list of foods that I can have and a list of foods that I have to avoid. So everything that we do here on this, cooking and how-to channel is really about taking the recipes that I would cook for the family and then substituting the ingredients that are approved for me. So I always like to say, hi, Sherry, baby, I saw you today. Thank you and welcome. I always like to say I substitute the foods that I used to love for the foods that love me back. All right, so we are going to, I got a package that came today. We'll start with a little unboxing, not as big as yesterday. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. Have you guys ever had that feeling where it's like you want to eat something, but you're not really famished, which is a good thing. I'm still a little bit full from the blueberry pancakes we had this morning. Oh, thank you, Leanne. That is so nice of you. All right, let's see what came in the mail today. I always do my unboxing here, and you guys are here to help keep me accountable as I age gracefully. But I'm a big believer in the grocery delivery services. So whenever I get ingredients, I'd like to share with you guys what I have. If it's even food related, I don't know. And it's not. Disregard. I bought some new mascara. Okay, so that's not what we're cooking, but let me know if you guys have a good one. I want a nice, just simple black that's waterproof. Okay, let's get back to the snacks. All right. So I'm going to wash my hands, and then I got a couple ingredients that came in yesterday, and I'll show you guys what we're making. If you saw the thumbnail, chicken parmesan to me is a comfort food that's pretty well known. The boys like a lot of Italian food, so I end up cooking it. But I have a substitute version that I've made before, and I'm going to walk you guys through that. So I'm going to wash my hands. Anytime I touch something from outside, I just wash my hands. Okay, so I'm sure there's a long, very authentic recipe for chicken parmesan, which I am not making today. When Nana pops in, I'm sure she's going to say something about my shortcuts. But I wanted to share this with you guys. I ordered it yesterday. I think it came from Kroger, but I've also seen it at Whole Foods. So you can see here, I'm going to be using these cauliflower chicken tenders. And it says that they're baked and not fried. And what's great about these, yeah, it says they're fully cooked. So these are chicken tenders that the breading is made from cauliflower instead of grains. And I'm sensitive to gluten, so I can't have bread and those types of things. So these we're going to cook in the air fryer, and then we're going to top them with a little bit of sauce. We'll talk about the sauce options, and then we're going to top them with cheese. We'll talk about the cheese options, and I think I'm going to eat them plain. I don't eat pasta, so I'm not going to have it over pasta. But you could, if you can have the full flavors, please have some for me. Hey, veggie. You could also, I thought about like a side of sliced zucchini, pan fried. You could do however you like, but since it has cauliflower and I'm going to use marinara and I'm not that hungry, that's what we're going to have today. So let's go ahead and open these up and I'll show you. So these are actually supposed to be in the freezer, but I was moving fast yesterday, and so I put them in the fridge, which is fine, but I just want to go ahead and get them cooking. But you guys will see. Oh boy. Okay. You know how sometimes, does that happen to anyone where you cut something and it had like a simpler open that you could reseal? So I was looking at this thing. Oh no, did I do that again? My mom used to do that all the time, and then I would say, Mom, it has the open like a... Okay. All right. So you guys can see here the chicken tenders, and I'm going to take them out. So this is real 100% chicken. I know there's a lot of alternatives out there, but this is real chicken. I'm going to cook mine in the air fryer. Yeah, so Sherry Baby asked about my meals, and I do eat 2 meals a day. So I see your question. I'm going to answer it. Let me go ahead and get these in the air fryer. I'm going to get a couple tongs. And I'll show you guys what these look like. So as you can see, they look just like chicken tenders because they are. It's just the breading that's different. The chicken itself is completely fine. So what I'm doing, I'm going to cook these in the air fryer. So I have my air fryer tray, and I already put some parchment paper on there. You could cook it directly on the rack and then have something underneath, but the parchment paper for me works really well for crisping, and I'm going to use the air fryer, which has a fan inside, so it also crisps as well. So let's see what a portion is. It says about 2 pieces. I may do 3, just for plating purposes. Let's see. Oh, I kind of tore one. But you guys can imagine, you could have this with your the honey mustard that we made as a dipping sauce. You could also do these with just plain and then cut them up. I think I'll do that tomorrow over a bed of greens for like a fried chicken salad. So there's lots of options. I like to cook and I love to eat, so I love coming up with ways that I can still enjoy, food, but make sure that it's not going to cause me any inflammation. So this is what I have. One of them kind of broke, but I'm going to put 3 chicken tenders in the air fryer and let these go ahead and start crisping. Again, they're already cooked, so we just want them to get kind of crispy. Then I'm going to answer your question. God's girl. Cauliflower. So this is what I'm using, and it's breaded with cauliflower instead of grains. Amazing, right? All right, so let's go ahead and put these in. So I just pressed the chicken setting, which is 370 for 40 minutes. It's not going to take that long. The air fryer cooks faster anyway. Y'all know I'm not good with temperatures and times, but Mom taught me to cook with all my senses. So you just want your chicken tender to look like a proper chicken tender and have that kind of crispy texture. So I have seen 2 versions of these. Cauliflower, this is the regular. They also make a spicy, which is, it's spicy, a good spicy flavor. It's not unbearable, but I went ahead and got the regular today, but this is cauliflower. So I'm going to go ahead and put these up, and then I'm going to answer your question. So I think tomorrow we'll make them and put them over a salad. Yes, welcome. Yes, please. Thank you, Mona, my one and only best moderator. Thank you all for helping the channel to grow. Maggie, the substitute teacher, is 3 months old, and we are on all platforms. So thank you for being here. And if you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. All right, so let me put this up. We're probably going to do some fridge cleanup after the food. Y'all know I got this new shelf, so I need to move some stuff over. So to answer your question, hey Danielle, to answer your question, Sherry Baby, most meal plans and the plan that I'm on, usually you have like a small breakfast, a morning snack, a medium lunch, an afternoon snack, and then a larger dinner, if you will. One of the things I've learned about myself is that I'm hungrier earlier in the day. So I don't know if maybe that's just the way my body is, but also just after years of This time is usually the busiest time, you know, when you pick up the kids and there's homework and there's dinner and there's bath time and story time or whatever you have to do. I end up cooking for everybody else, and then sometimes I don't eat. So I try to get my biggest meals out earlier in the day. So sometimes for dinner, I may just sip on some tea, but I'm not really hungry later at night. And so just working from home, which I'm so grateful I can work from home. I have access to the kitchen whenever I need it. I just kind of condense that into combining like a meal and a snack and a meal and a snack. So that's how I do my 2 meals a day. That's what works for me. I support whatever works for you. Um, you know, it's a journey. We try a lot of things. So I appreciate you all sharing what has worked for you. All right. So as our chicken tenders are crisping up, I think I'm going to go ahead and shred my cheese, and then we'll talk about sauce. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so another thing that came up on my food sensitivity test is cow dairy. So as much as I love milk and yogurt and cheese and half, it doesn't love me back. I was having, you know, I've always carried extra weight, but it started to become a problem as I got older. I'm 46. And, you know, I was having joint pain and just all this stuff that I thought was just getting older. And when I went to the metabolic specialist and she looked at me, she said, "You're not really that big. You just have a lot of inflammation." And I had never heard that before. So since I've been doing this, I call it an elimination diet, which just means I've eliminated the foods that I was sensitive to. I had no idea. I was eating them all the time. Then the weight is kind of coming off as a byproduct, but I don't have joint pain anymore. I was taking pain pills all the time. I was pre-diabetic, borderline cholesterol, elevated blood pressure, and all of that is normal now without medication. So yes, Mona, you eat what your body wants, even if it's just a light snack. That's true. You know, some of us, you know, think that we need to clean our plate. You don't. And if you're not hungry, adjust. I've said this before. One of the nutritionists that I used to see years ago, she talked about food being on a scale from like 0 to 10, where 0 to 2 is you're so hungry you can't stand it, you'll eat anything. You don't want to let yourself get there. And then 10, 9 and 10 is kind of like, oh, why did I do that? I'm miserable. So really what you want to do is try and eat when you're about a 3, like, you know what, I could eat something. I'm not starving, but I could eat something, which is where I am now. And then you want to stop eating when you're like at an 8, 7, 8, like, you know what, I'm satisfied. I'm not full, uncomfortably full, but I'm satisfied. So hopefully that helps. All right, so with the cheese, I was looking for the package. I just took it out of a Ziploc bag. So I am using a cheese called Manchego cheese, Manchego, and I'm going to start getting you guys links in the descriptions. But this is a cheese made from sheep's milk. So you can see it comes off of a wedge. So I'm going to cut off the edges and then I'm going to shred it. It is my substitute for Parmesan cheese. So it is a dry, aged, salty cheese. I have lots of different cheeses. If you guys know, I've got a substitute for cream cheese. I've got a substitute for like cheddar and a melting cheese. But that's what we're going to do. So let me get a knife. And these cheeses that come off of the wheel, off of the block, they say you can eat this rind. I'm sure it's fine. I just don't want to put it through my shredder. So I'm going to cut that off. You can eat it by itself. You can also, I saw on one of the cooking shows, if you're making like a sauce or a tomato soup or anything with Italian flavors or anything you might want some on, you can actually put the rind into the sauce and just let it cook to kind of give it that, you know, salty, cheesy flavor. So you don't want to waste if you don't have to. Hey, Grizzly, what do you see? New tech insight. Tell me, what do you see? So we've got the sides cut up. I'm just going to go to the back. Got a little bit left on the corners. All right. So again, I wouldn't waste these. You can eat them or you can use them to simmer. So now I've got my manchego cheese, so I'm going to go ahead and shred the whole thing. I'm not going to use the whole thing. I've also used the hand shredders, which is fine, but since I'm doing a chicken parm, I want to have enough that I can pinch and put on. Oh yes, we have a moderator. Mona's here helping me so my hands can be free to cook. So thank you, Mona. Everybody say thank you, Mona. She volunteered to help me navigate the software. See, I lose my train of thought that fast. Let me check on the chicken. All right, not bad. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to just take this little piece that fell off and I'm going to taste it. Mmm, nice. It's kind of like a southern buttermilk chicken. Okay, I need to get cracking. I just wanted to crisp the breading of the cauliflower a little bit so that when I put the sauce and the cheese over there, it's really just going to go under high heat to broil. So let's get started on our cheese. I'm over here talking. All right, y'all know me and my gadgets. I bought this off of Amazon. It's just 20 bucks. It's a hand crank cheese shredder. And I'm going to put the manchego cheese in there and then just crank away. So let me put this together. It's got a suction cup bottom for stability. And it comes with like 3 different blades. I don't know. I'm not a chef. I'm just a home cooker. You need a gadget? Mona, what do you need? You need one of the shredders? Thank you for saying that. I need to add that to my list of links. But yes, absolutely. And it has like a little finger guard. One moment. Let me assemble it. Hey, CK, good to see you again. All right. So it's got a little knob on the bottom. Good. When you move it, then it suction cups to the counter. All right, so you guys know me and my meal prep, so I'm just putting one of these containers underneath the shredder. I use the meal prep for ingredients. I use it for leftovers. When I'm serving or hosting a party or a holiday, I set the table with these so that you can take the food with you and go. I'll allow myself that one meal, and then after that, I'm back on it. So what does Sherry Baby say? I just got my first air fryer, and the kids want to cook the whole freezer. Y'all, I love the air fryer, especially when you're just cooking for one. I just cut the cheese, just cut the cheese in half, and I'm going to put it into the shredder with my finger guards. I love the air fryer. So in case anybody, doesn't have one, that's fine. You can use an oven, you can use a toaster oven. When you're cooking for one, it's just nice because it's a smaller space. I don't really preheat anything. It doesn't heat up the whole house. Where I live, it can get warm. And then also it cooks faster because it has a heat source and a fan. So not only does it get hot, it actually moves the air around. All right, so you guys can see here, we shredded our cheese. You can buy the cheese shredded in the bag. I actually have some. It's totally fine. Another reason why I wanted to use this manchego is because it is like a salty aged cheese. Tastes like a Parmesan to me. And since I'm doing this chicken parm, I wanted something with that flavor. Mm. 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 So, all right. Now, really all we're going to do, I'm going to take these chicken tenders off. I like parchment paper. It's good for, I don't know how it works, but it's good for crisping up things in the air fryer or baking. I think it absorbs the oil, y'all. I don't know. But since we're going to do a sauce, I'm going to cover this with foil and we'll layer them. Yes, they are great. All right, for easy cleanup and because my trays are dirty, I'm just going to cover this with foil. To me, the best meals are when you have, well, not the best, but you know, the easiest meals are the ones that you have the ingredients already, you know, available in arm's reach, and then you just assemble them. So I've got my tray with foil. I don't think I need any oil. I'm just going to do a light spray. This is the coconut oil that's been approved for me. So I just put a little bit of a spray in there. I don't think I need it. Now, usually chicken Parmesan, you have like the whole like chicken breast. Since I have chicken tenders, I'm going to try to assemble them together, kind of like one big chicken. All right, so imagine this is a proper like chicken breast. I know it's 3 different ones, but that's what we got. Mona, says you're late to the air fryer party. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. All right, so I'm going to move this out to the side, and I'm going to talk to you guys about sauce. I was actually looking for some pasta sauce, and I didn't find what I wanted, so I need to place an order. Shame on me. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, extra ingredients. So just basic stuff. I found this in the pantry, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll use this. And then I also saw this next to it, and I'm actually going to use the tomato sauce, and here's why. So I don't count calories, I don't count carbs, I'm not keto, I support whatever works for you, but this is what works for me. My metabolic specialist told me everything that I eat has to have under 6 grams of sugar. So basically what I eat is lean protein, some veggies and fruits, the ones that are low sugar, very little starch and almost no sugar. Right. So when I started looking at labels for added sugar, I was shocked, y'all, because there's added sugar and stuff that's not supposed to be sweet. And I would rather save my sugar for something that's actually supposed to be sweet. So I don't know if you guys can see the sugar on here with the glare. It's kind of hard, but there's 6 grams of sugar here, 2 grams of added sugar. That's not a lot, but pasta sauce is not supposed to be sweet, not in my opinion. And then when I looked at the tomato sauce, this has 0 grams of added sugar. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use tomato sauce, put some Italian seasoning on it, and then use that salty cheese so I get that flavor. I'm going to make it up as I go. But that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. So there's a lot of extra sugar to make things taste good and last longer on the shelf. And you may be able to avoid some extra calories because we always talk about beverages and condiments. So Sherry Baby says, your kids got you the beautiful brand at Walmart. I'm not familiar with that one. Tell me about that brand. I'm going to get a can opener. And again, since it's just for one, I'm just going to spoon it right out of the can and then I'll put it away. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that brand. I'm always on the hunt. And you guys, ever since I've got this food sensitivity result, I'm always looking for ingredients that I can have, that I actually want to have, because y'all know some stuff is just like, nope, we are not doing that. I like to cook and I love to eat, so I do want it to taste good. All right, so we've got just regular old tomato sauce. I know it should be simmering with all kind of stuff all day, but I'm not doing that tonight. If y'all were on yesterday with me and Nana, you saw the shrimp, and I'm still recovering. Oh, so Sherry Baby, Drew Barrymore has a line called Beautiful. I didn't even know that. I'll have to look it up. What is special about it? Is it like, I guess just healthy stuff, or tell me about it. Let me grab a spoon. All right, so again, we've got our cauliflower chicken tenders that I've assembled together here to resemble a chicken breast. Just cooking for one. CK, you're watching before you eat. You started gaining weight watching me after. Silly. All right, so I'm just going to spoon some sauce on our chicken tenders. It'd be nice if cauliflower, let me put it all together. It'd be nice if cauliflower had like a whole, like chicken breast, but they don't. So this is what we got, and it is totally fine. So I'm just trying to get coverage. If you guys saw the thumbnail, I'm just gonna taste this. It's probably plain, but not bad. Could use a little seasoning. So I'm gonna go in. This is just regular old Walmart Italian seasoning. It's got oregano, thyme, rosemary, all that stuff. If you have a pasta sauce that you like, then use that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the sauce on, put the seasoning on right on top of the sauce, and then I'll do it again on the cheese so you guys can see what we have here. And then I'm gonna go in this manchego cheese that I just shredded. Oh, you like the buffalo cauliflower wings? I love those, but they're breaded. I've had them at a restaurant, and I actually have them in the freezer too. I'm waiting on a reason to open them up, but yeah, the cauliflower wings are excellent. All right, let's put a little bit more cheese, please. And then I'm gonna go over top again with the Italian seasoning. So this is our before. We've just got some chicken tenders with pasta sauce or tomato sauce. And then for me, this is manchego cheese. You can choose whatever cheese you like. So I'm gonna put this back in the air fryer until it melts down. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of goat's cheese on it too, because I'll show you guys one other cheese option. So this came from Whole Foods. Yes, I shred my own, but this is another good option if you don't want to shred. This one to me has a little bit of a milder flavor, so this will be my mozzarella substitute tonight. And yes, you guys always hear me talking about shredding your own cheese. The cheese that's already in the bag, it's fine, but they do put ingredients in there to kind of keep it from clumping together. So I try to go as natural as possible, but this is what we have. I'm just gonna get everything together, and then this is gonna go underneath the boiler, and I'll do one more time with the seasoning. Buffalo wings, buffalo cauliflower wings are good. I remember the last time I had them at a restaurant. Oh, so good. All right. What has the Dave & Buster's? Dave & Buster's has cauliflower wings. Oh, Dave & Buster's is the arcade. I was thinking Ben and Jerry's. I was like, don't they make ice cream? Okay, so I'm using the French fry setting, which is 400, and I'm just looking for the cheese to melt down and then give me that nice bubbly brown. Ooh, they're building a Dave & Buster's where you are. Nice. All right, so let's clean as we go. And then we'll chat and chow, but I do have a little project that I've set out here that I really need to do, and I might keep you guys with me. So the goat's cheese, again, this came from Whole Foods. So it has cheddar style goat's cheese, goat's milk, salt, enzymes, and then cellulose to prevent caking. Look, I'm not the food police. Eat what you like. But someone told me cellulose is like sawdust, and I was disturbed for a long time. But look, I've bought it too. But when I can, I shred my own cheese. Clean as we go. Yes, Dave & Buster's was fun for the kids. My son went to a birthday party there, and I was happy to drop him off because they said they would bring him back home. That's totally fine. All right, I'm greedy. All right, let me see if I can get that. Put our ingredients away. Do I know if the cauliflower wings have soy? Let me check for you. I know everybody's sensitive to different things, right? Gluten free. I don't see. I'm reading, I'm scanning. Mm-mm. I'm going to say no. 0 grams of sugar, baked, not fried, gluten free. Usually there's a big sign on there, soy with a line through it, animal welfare, celiac, gluten free. Yeah, I don't see. So that might be an option if you can't have soy. And they have the regular, and then they also have the spicy. Spicy is good. Like if you're making like a fried chicken salad, put the chicken tenders in the air fryer and then cut them up into bite-sized pieces over lettuce with like a honey mustard dressing, boiled egg, bacon if you can have it. All right, cleaning up. The air fryer cooks fast, so that's one thing about it. Make sure you adjust your cooking time and temperature. Because it's a smaller space, it doesn't have to get as hot because it doesn't have to heat up as much space. And then also it doesn't take as long, so I keep an eye on everything. I just cook with all my senses. That's what Nana said. So I listen to see for the sizzle. I look to see the color change. Of course, I touch it to see if it has the texture that I want. Always taste your food. And taste as you go. Don't wait until you plate everything and then you're like, I don't like it. Taste as you go. If it's not raw, you can taste it. And then, of course, the smell. Catch it before it gets on fire. So what I'm smelling is that oregano and that Italian seasoning that I sprinkled on. Now I'm starting to smell it. It's coming through the air fryer. So let's take a look. I just put the whole shredder thing in the dishwasher. I grew up washing dishes by hand. Y'all know Nana. And I said, when I get my own house, I'm using the dishwasher. Looking good, not bad. I'm going to probably put just a little bit more sauce. I'm going to let this cool, and I'm going to plate. And I do have some fresh parsley for green. I'm just going to chop this up because that's all I'm having tonight. I thought about some fruit. Let me know if you guys want me to make the yogurt parfait. I can make that with the orange. I've only had one fruit today, and I didn't think I was hungry, but now seeing this right here, I'm like, ooh. All right. So we're just going to do a little bit. I'm going to tear it. I was going to chop it. Let me just rinse it. I rinse off the part that I'm actually going to use. I don't rinse off the whole thing. I heard it spoils faster if you do. So I'm just going to. And for your fresh decorative herbs, you want to put them on after you cook. So if you're doing a pizza, you can do the basil after, because in that heat, they'll just kind of wither like grass. But let me get a plate. All right, so we have just our simple square plate. I almost feel like I should have put more sauce on here, but it looks really good. I'm gonna get a spatula. And it should come off really easy since I sprayed. You guys are able to see. I'm gonna plate this. Remember, it's 3. It looks like 1, but it's 3. And then take some. Where's the parsley? Oh, I set it down. All right, I set it down that fast. Ooh, ooh, it tastes good. Ah, thank you, Dottie. I think this is. I don't know. I think it's a catalog dress. It's got pockets. Thank you so much. I just put the belt on it. It's straight up and down. I'm just reshopping my own closet to see what still fits, but thank you so much. All right, so I'm just gonna use the scissors and cut these. Oh, what I did with that. I feel like it's kind of plain. Maybe I should have made some zucchini. I could put some spinach around it. I'm just gonna get my parsley and I'm just going to cut it with the kitchen shears just for a little bit of garnish. Ooh, it's got a very grassy kind of smell. All right, this plate is actually kind of big. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna cut in there and taste it. I didn't really have much of an appetite, so this is all I'm doing. But here's the key. Thank you. Okay, now the cheese is stuck. I usually use smaller plates so that the portion looks bigger. And then for my pictures, I'm gonna zoom in on the food so you don't tell that I have all this white space here. So that's a little plating hack for you. Since it's just me and just us, this is fine. But if this is all you're serving, I probably should have put it on a salad plate or had some other stuff here, but I just really wasn't feeling it. All right, so let's get some pictures. You guys will see these on my community tab. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I feel like I might need some more sauce, but let's cut into it. Ooh. Ooh. All right. And zoom in, like literally I'm this close to the food. So my photographer friend was like, don't be afraid to get close. Thank you, Sherry, baby. All right. So you all will see these pictures and you want the food to fill up the frame. All right, so let's get a knife and a fork and let's taste. Did you want to try anything? Okay. All right. So, let's see. Hey, Q Fancy. I almost feel like I want to put some extra sauce on it. Let's see. So you guys can see everything. So this could be a quick, like, after school weekday meal because the chicken tenders, again, were already cooked. They've got a nice crisp on them and the breading is from cauliflower. It's not from grains. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I probably am going to put a little bit of sauce on there. I was like, usually that's another thing to keep in mind with the air fryer. Because it has a fan and it crisps up well, it can, like, I don't want to say dry stuff out because it's not dry, but usually a chicken parm, I think you put in a casserole dish and maybe cover it with foil or not. I don't know. But I should have been a little bit more liberal with the sauce, but y'all, it's very good. I'm just going to get a spoon and add some more on there. So again, this was the tomato sauce, not the pasta sauce, and then I just added my own seasoning to it. That looks pretty. I just added my own seasoning to it to avoid the extra sugar. Y'all, this is good. Does anybody want to see the yogurt parfait for dessert or snack? We can do that. Now my appetite is coming alive. You guys able to see? And I could have done a little bit heavier on the cheese. Mm, 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 mm. Excellent. Excellent. Simple. So Vel says, have you thought about the meal? Oh my gosh. You said, have I thought about the meal I'm going to make when I hit 1,000? Well, I'm at 624. At least that's where I was. Thank you all for being here and supporting, subscribing. So our next goal is to get 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. What would you like for me to make? Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. On Saturday, May 7th, if Amethyst is in the house, I'm going to be challenging myself to make a meal for her. She's helping me with my channel with some technology behind the scenes, and she's here in the Atlanta area. So I told her I would repay her with a meal of her choice, and she asked for chicken and rice. So I sent her a couple recipes, either the home style version or the Latin version, which is arroz con pollo, and she chose the Latin version. You want to see the dessert? Okay, Padilla. I made it yesterday. It was so good. All right. Couple more bites and then we're going to make a yogurt parfait. Sugar-free, calorie-free, and gluten-free. Y'all, this is really good. I'm going to see if I can show you. This is a really good bite. I know I'm all in there, but yummy. Mm. Mm-hmm. And this is dinner for me. This is it. I don't eat a whole lot, so I want what I eat to be good. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Happy dance. And this was simple too. I'm still recovering from Nana's shrimp. All right, so let me get an orange. Let's get our dessert ingredients, and I'll show you guys how to make a really simple snack / dessert. Mm-hmm. So this is what I have on the counter. I try and keep all of my fruits and the good stuff, at arm's reach on the counter. Of course, the cookies and chips and stuff that I don't have, but I keep in the house. Here's my parsley I was looking for. I dried it off. I keep all of that stuff in the pantry, for the kids or for company. We don't have to be, diabolical about anything. You just choose the stuff that works for you. Okay, y'all, I'm going to finish this. Dottie. Dottie, was it you that asked how you can incorporate more vegetables? I wish I could cook for you. I know you're in the UK, but we do that. We've had a couple cook-alongs. So Saturday afternoon, May 7th, I'll be making the chicken and rice, the Latin version for Amethyst. She's going to come and she's going to taste it. I'm going to make the full flavor version for her. I may make a cauliflower rice version, but we'll see. I found a recipe today that's looks pretty authentic. So I like to challenge myself with recipes. Mm, 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 mm. Because I work from home, thankfully, I keep the TV on the cooking channels and I'll keep it on mute so that I'm always seeing these beautiful presentations of meals. And then I used to say, oh man, that looks amazing, but I can't have that, and I can't have that, and I can't have that. So that's where the substitutions came from. I said, oh, but if I change from this to this, I can have it. So I like to get inspiration and try new things. Last bite. Mm, mm, mm. I grew up thinking that either you like your food and you don't like how you look, or you like how you look and you don't like what you eat. So I get really happy when I get to eat something that helps me stay on track. That's approved for me. Mm-hmm. Straight in the dishwasher. It has a disposal built in. All right, let's make dessert. That was so rich. I'm almost craving some chocolate. I don't know if you guys were here yesterday and you saw the Choc Zero that I got. I had one bar. It was very good. Zero sugar. All right. Washing my hands. All right, so I'm going to put my apron on just because the messy part is done. But if y'all were on earlier, they were saying that I need to come out with some merch, and the aprons might be something. So we'll see. It's all coming, a cookbook, maybe some aprons, but I like to pick aprons up when I travel as kind of my souvenir. So today I'm wearing the Paris apron. Chocolat. I saw this in a little shop in Paris and I was like, oh, it's lovely. In my mind, one day I'll be hosting fancy dinner parties. But until then, oh, you want a sopapilla, Vel? You want me to make the sopapilla? Okay, I can do that. I can do that and the yogurt. Yes. Ooh, with that caramel sauce that you saw yesterday. Oh, that's going to be so good. All right, so let's start with the yogurt. Again, I can't have cow dairy. So we've got a couple options here. So I know, CK, you wouldn't have this one, but we have the Silk Dairy Free. This one is made with soy. You can get yogurt made from coconut milk, obviously soy milk. And then there's this one. This one came from Kroger. This is the Simple Truth. This one's made from almond milk. Ooh, Sherry baby. Yes. Look back in my history. I can make fish tacos. We did one. I think the title is Shot Glass Tacos. We pan-seared some sea bass and then flaked it into a taco. Excellent. So I think for you, CK, I'm going to use the almond yogurt. Well, hold on, let me check the dates. I always try to open what expires first. Okay, you're in luck. We're gonna do almond yogurt. All right, just trying to get this plastic off. Sometimes they peel, sometimes you have to cut them. All right, it's coming off. So with almond yogurt, I always tell the boys don't do this, and then I do it. I know. All right. So if you can see here, well, let me get a little cup. Ah, yes, Sherry, baby, absolutely. I cook every day, usually twice a day. So I give you guys a post every day because you're here to help keep me accountable. And I don't eat unless I'm going live for you, unless it's like just, something to drink or some crackers. I had my, if you guys saw my community tab today, I had the chips and salsa, cauliflower chips and salsa. So I'll have a little snack, but I do my meals with you all, and this is helping me to stay on track. So absolutely, thank you and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so let's make our yogurt parfait. This is really simple. It looks fancy, but it's easier than it looks. All right. So the almond milk yogurt, it does have a little bit of a nutty taste. To me, it's not overpowering. It gives me the yogurt experience. If you are able to see it in person, it's a little hard with the light. It is a little bit darker than like regular plain yogurt, but it's got 1 gram of sugar. Yogurt is another healthy snack that has a lot of extra sugar that I avoid. So you can see here, it gives you, the nice yogurt experience made from almond milk. All right, so we're gonna make our yogurt and then we're going to add our fruit with the zest. Yes. All right, so I'm getting a big scoop of the almond milk yogurt here. I think that's enough since I'm doing 2 desserts. We'll keep our portions small. And let me scrape this out because I'm greedy and I want all of it. All right. So you guys know when you buy a fruit tray and they have the fruit cut up and they have that like yogurt dip in the middle that's really sweet and great to dip fruit in, but I'm sure it's loaded with sugar. I have a substitution for you. Not bad. It's actually got a hint of sweet, but this one you can see is plain. Sometimes when you buy the ones that say vanilla, check and see how much extra sugar. So I try and go with plain and then I add my own sweetener. So for sweetener, you guys know I swear by these and add to my links. Skinny syrups, they make all kind of drink syrups. They're very similar to the ones that you see in the coffee shops where they pump the different flavors, but those are loaded with sugar. So these flavor bursts are 0 calorie, 0 sugar, vanilla, caramel, mocha, whatever you like. Whatever you like. So I get my plain yogurt and then I put a squirt, very concentrated, a little goes a long way, and then we're gonna stir it up. Like Bob Marley, stir it up. All right, yes, thank you, thank you. So we're just going to stir, and this is how you get that sweet vanilla flavor or whatever flavor you like. One of the best ones that I did, and then I always taste first. It's sweet and good. Just because I avoid sugar does not mean that I don't have sweet. What was I gonna say? One of the best ones that I did, they have a syrup that is a white chocolate mocha. And again, all of them 0 calories, 0 sugar. I put the white chocolate mocha flavored syrup into plain yogurt, stir it up, and then I had cut strawberries and I dipped the strawberries into the mocha white chocolate yogurt. Yeah, it tasted like a chocolate covered strawberry. Ha ha ha! Yeah. You like that, CK? Stir it up. Don't get me started. Oh, I've been to Jamaica 5 times. I love it. Yeah, man. There may be a Jamaica surprise coming up soon, but I won't say anything. Someone has reached out to me, so let's see what happens. All right. So we have some oranges here. These are just the cuties, the little small, little mandarin oranges that you could put in the kids' lunches. I like to have these out on the counter for snacks. So I'm just going to grab one of these. And I'm going to zest it and eat it. So I'm going to wash it first. Veggie, you are Nana's biggest fan. You guys are like nanites. But I really appreciate that, you know, for mom. She's retired and she's home a lot. So I like to get her out of the house. And you guys have really lifted her spirits because she told me, oh, Maggie, I don't want to come, but my people, they need me. Okay, Mom. Okay, Nana. Let's wash our orange. All right, so you guys have seen me zest before, especially with lemons. You can use them 3 ways. You can zest, you can squeeze, and then I'm going to make some hot tea. I put the leftover in the cup. So I'll have this little half lemon in my cup and just continue to refill it with tea during the day so I don't waste. Just try and use up as much as you can. I'm so glad you guys love it. Mom may be in the chats. You never know. If you see Doris Apia pop up, then Nana is watching. But y'all know what she does. Mom messages me and she gives me feedback. Sometimes during the stream, like if I'm moving back and forth to the fridge too much, she'll tell me, what? Are you jack of all trades? Your ingredients should be prepped and ready. Okay, Mom. Okay. I try. But you know, Mom is a retired home economics teacher. She's already corrected me. It's family and consumer sciences. But yeah, standard was set pretty high growing up. All right. So to zest, you just want to get the oils inside the skin. And then you're going to use, you don't need a microplane. You're just going to use, yes, absolutely, Veggie. We love it. I'm so grateful that they're here. So even though my dad doesn't think I'm really cooking, you know, I went home for Easter and they were all getting on to me. Like, my mom told my dad, you know, Maggie has a cooking channel. He's like, oh, but she's not cooking. She's just opening cans and boxes. So I got a long way to go, but I would love to cook for them. Yes, we definitely honor and respect them. Hey, iced Tia. All right, so we're gonna make our yogurt parfait. We've got our plain yogurt. For me, this is almond yogurt with vanilla syrup, sugar-free syrup. And then I have a fine grater. This one is Brandless. Link in the description to the Brandless store. You can get any fine grater that you want. I'll show you the difference. Not this one. This is a big one that you would grate cheese with. This is what I'm using. So you can tell the difference. It's a lot smaller. All right, so all I'm going to do is scrape, 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 turn, scrape, 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 turn. I know, Padilla, right? So that way we stop when we get to the white part. And I'm doing it right over the yogurt cup, so I'll show you guys. This works with lemon. I did it for the lemon blueberry pancakes from this morning. Oh, so good. Plus, it just makes it look fancy and like it's extra work, but it's not really. So let's scrape. So you can see on the back side of the microplane or the grater, and you see the little flecks of orange. That just gives you, I mean, because I'm going to put orange in the parfait anyway. That just gives you like a nice, bright, citrusy, and it makes the kitchen and everything smell good. This works really well with lemon because the lemon skin is thicker and you get that nice, bright. All right. We're just going around. The orange doesn't really have very much like, I don't know what that's called. I guess the pithy part, it kind of goes straight to the flesh. But lemon, you can get really good zesting. All right. So this is just really like a garnish. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop because now I'm going to peel the orange, right? Because we actually want to eat it. And since this is the cutie that's really soft, y'all know these are easy to peel. Because we're just going to toss this anyway, right? So might as well get a little bit of something out of it. So I'm peeling my orange. And then we're going to get the little orange wedges. You could do this with blueberries. You don't zest, but you could do a fruit parfait with any fruit that you like. Get your plain yogurt. Add your sugar-free sweetener. I'm just taking the little, I don't know what they're called. All right, I'm going to use a different container. I'm just thinking of presentation so that it looks nice. All right, so we're just getting our little orange wedges. If you're using a big navel orange, just cut it. Cut it with a knife. Peel the rind off. But this is one of those easy peel mandarin oranges, cuties, whatever you call them in your area, whatever your grocery store calls them. But y'all know what these are. Great little snack. This is the type of fruit that I eat. I eat apples, I eat oranges, I eat berries. I don't eat like banana and pineapple and mango. I love it, but I'm really trying to lose, so I'm trying to be very strict with the sugar. All right, let me wash my hands. All right, so this is what we have just from the orange that we peeled, we zested and we peeled. And then we have a little bit of orange in our vanilla yogurt. So I'm going to stir one more time because I want to save some zest for the top. Hey, Tanya. I'll read that in just a second. So I'm going to stir so I get the orange zest inside and then I saved some to leave on top. So Tanya says, I'm having the same dessert tonight. Thanks to you. Oh, Tanya. You're down 3 pounds from your simple home meals. I'm not eating out as much now. Tanya. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is good. It had that vanilla flavor, but now that I have the orange zest in there, it's got a little bit of brightness. So what I'm going to do, I've got these 2 containers. I got the oranges. I'm going to take half out. I'm going to try and do a little layer. Try to be fancy. Now, to celebrate Tanya, kudos to Tanya, exactly, right? Y'all, this is how it is. I mean, whether or not you want to lose weight, or you have health challenges, or you just need to make healthy choices, or get some ideas of what to cook, or you just like to eat. I mean, that's something we do every day. So I just poured some on top of the oranges. And then, you know what, I'll save these. I'll go ahead and pour it all. I'm going to get this spatula and scrape. Y'all, that TikTok, I know that's what the kids say I'm supposed to be. You can only go live on TikTok when you have 1,000 subscribers. And I think I have like 42. So if you guys are on TikTok, please find Maggie, the substitute teacher. But right now I am on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Okay, I'm making a mess, but it's so good. So I have some oranges down here in the bottom. I have some orange zest left over. I'm going to scrape this on top. Tick tock, tick tock. I know I'm going to, one thing at a time, y'all. Maggie is 3 months old. I'm just scraping this down on top so that we have that orange zest on top. Completely optional. It just looks fancy and it gives you a nice, I don't know. Oh, I didn't mean for it to clump like that. That's okay. And then I'm just going to put a couple orange pieces on the top. You can get as fancy or as simple as you like. Ah, that's a great question. God's girl says, Maggie, have you thought about a name for your subscribers? If not, ask for suggestions. Ah, you'll go first, Maggie Scholars. I love it. You guys are so awesome because I'm your substitute teacher. I love it. So here's our yogurt parfait. So imagine, those flips or whatever they're called. If you can have granola or nuts or whatever you want to put on it. I'm just going to have the yogurt and fruit, but we've got the nice zest. It kind of clumped up on me, but you guys can see there. I'm going to eat it. Okay, Bill, what are you not sure of? You saw one day. So again, just yogurt, fruit, and a little bit of sugar-free sweetener. Woo! Woo! I got a big piece of zest, so it got me right here. But y'all, it is so good. So little things like this kind of make you feel like you have a treat too, right? When you're cooking for everybody else, the yogurt already has that sweetness. I know, right? The yogurt already has that sweetness. You've got the creaminess of the vanilla, and then your juicy orange that's already on the counter. I probably could put more orange zest in it. Excellent. Sopapilla time. I haven't made one of those in a while. Y'all, we are eating tonight. Didn't I start by saying I wasn't hungry? Woo! Clean up. So exciting. I'll move this here. Oh, about TikTok. Okay, yeah, y'all. I'm gonna get there. It's just one of me. I love the scholars. What do you all like about scholars? The aprons and apronettes. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. Aprons and apronettes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all are so creative. See, we've got some fruit. I made my own fruit on the bottom yogurt. How about that, right? Without sugar. Sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. Almond milk yogurt. Ah, all right. I want to finish this, y'all. It's so good. Got one of the little orange strings, but it is so good. Use whatever fruit you have. If you have pineapple, use pineapple. And if you don't zest, that's fine. A little hack. Y'all, I buy all these ingredients for specific recipes and then they end up sitting there making me look like I'm a fancy chef, which I am not. But if you don't zest, you can get these McCormick extracts. I used this morning in the Maggie cakes. I made blueberry lemon. So this is lemon extract. I also have banana extract so I can get the banana flavor without banana. And then this one is peppermint extract. I did a peppermint fluff. Oh my God, it's so good. But just like you could do yogurt with a little dash of mint. just get creative and come up with stuff that you actually want to eat and try. This was excellent. I love that. Aprons and apronettes. What do y'all think? I like scholars too, but y'all know people already come at me. She's not really a teacher. No, I work in technology. I work from home, thankfully, but I'm teaching you how I've lost 75 pounds with 25 more to go. And I come from a family of educators. Both mom and dad are retired teachers and professors. They both have PhDs, so I grew up in academia, so that's all I got. Y'all, this was excellent. All gone. Whew. You bought the coconut one for homemade ocean water. Sherry, baby, is that the extract? Coconut extract? That sounds yummy. What is your recipe for ocean water? I'd love to hear. Is that the one that they have at Sonic? The blue one? We've all been through the drive-thru. Yeah, Rhea likes scholars. Hey, Rhea. Maggie scholars. Okay. Y'all, we should vote. Okay. Since scholars came first, put a 1 in the chat or just type it out. Type scholar or apron, and we'll do an impromptu, unofficial vote. That is so cute. And if you have a business, Rhea, I'm looking at you. If you have a business or a YouTube channel, please put it in the description or your chat, your name, your channel name, your business name, and then Mona, my wonderful moderator, please post up anybody's business because you guys are here to support me. I definitely want to support you. All right, I'm going to wipe down the counter and then we're going to make dessert. I'm so excited. I haven't made this one in a while. So Brandless Granite Cleaner. Clean as you go. Look at CK. He said, Scar. He said, I ain't no apron. Okay, I hear you. Wow. Y'all would think this is a real election. Instagram, you too. Scholar or apron. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all make me laugh. All right, I'm just stuffing my dishwasher. I like apronette too, but y'all want to know something funny? When I started my YouTube channel and I'm learning how to look at my back end, like analytics and all that stuff. Of course, everything is anonymous. I'm just happy that you guys are here. But it does show the demographic by like male and female and age bracket. And it was about 50%. It was like 49, 51 male, female. And I was surprised. I guess I thought, I'd be here talking to people like me. Everybody's welcome here. Men love to eat and men love to cook. But yeah, we're about half and half. So I understand the repulsion to the apronettes. And we were all like 30-ish and up. I don't really have a young audience. So just, unless there's someone here that wants to jump out. But it's just good to know kind of, who my audience is so I can make sure that I'm giving you guys the content that's relevant for you. All right, wash my hands. Let's make our dessert. dear. I may have to get something out of the dishwasher and wash it by hand. I'm out of shell. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Let's just take the foil off of this one, and I'm still gonna eat the cheese. Parmesan, when you bake it, shred it and bake it, you get these like really nice crispy pieces. Make your own Parmesan crisps. Shred the cheese, season it with what you want, bake it, and let it cool. And then you have really nice crisps. Don't waste. Okay, Veggie says it needs to be unisex. All right. I know, Rhea, you've got a business. We need to promote you. Rhea is my amazing stylist. She's helped me. Oh, Rhea, you're going to love this. This dress is actually like straight up and down, but I put a belt on it and it has pockets so that I always, draw attention to the feminine silhouette. So I remember hearing that from you. So I'm trying to do better with that. All right. If you like Latin food and you've ever been to a Mexican restaurant, a sopapilla is the dessert option that you may see on the menu. It's a tortilla, and they usually deep fry it, and they put like syrup and honey and chocolate sauce and a scoop of ice cream and whipped cream, and you basically eat it on this crunchy tortilla. So good. We're gonna make a substitute version. I can't have real tortillas, so I can't have flour. So I am using the cassava flour tortilla. Cassava is a root vegetable, and it counts as a vegetable for me, not a grain. This one isn't open yet, so I'm gonna get the one that is. All right, sorry y'all, I was digging. Y'all are crazy. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Do we have a tally? Mona, let me know, because I don't want to have to break this tie, because y'all are going in. Scholars or aprons and apronettes? Seems like scholars. Okay. Whew. Well, that was fun. So you guys are going to be Maggie's scholars. So welcome to class. And I'm going to use aprons and apronettes somewhere. Maybe it'll be on my apron. I may make, I don't know. I thought that was super cute. Crazy and hungry. Okay, get to it, Maggie. So I bought these on Amazon, La Tortilla Factory. Again, cassava, grain-free cassava flour, tortillas, and CK, these say free of soy. So again, the cassava tortilla counts as a vegetable for me. You'll see when you, it's a little tearing, but you see it's kind of brittle, it's kind of craggly at the end, and this one is kind of tearing. So let me get a cutting board and I'll show you guys what I do. All right, so you have your tortilla, and then easiest for me is I'm going to make this into 4 triangles. So I'm going to fold it in half, then I'm going to fold it in half again. You can cut it if you want to, but literally I'm just going to fold it over on itself. And then since it's brittle, you can see as soon as you press down, it kind of tears. Then I'm going to, working on some camera equipment so y'all can see, then I'm going to fold it in half again. Okay, you can make your own nachos this way. If you wanted to like cut them one more time, you could make your own nachos, but we're gonna leave it in fourths. So I have these big kind of triangles. All right, now you want to oil them. Titanium, hello, hello. Oh dear, they were just going in. We had a little unofficial poll, but welcome. You all are officially Maggie scholars. All right, so now you want to oil them. This is the oil that's been approved for me. It's MCT oil made from coconuts. Use whatever oil you like. This one, it's fine. It's mild. It does have a low smoke point, so to me, it gets a little smoky. I wouldn't fry in it, but it's okay. And then I put it in this refillable sprayer. So I'm going to spray my cassava tortillas. You can see they're dry here. I just took them out of the pack. And I'm going to spray both sides, or you can oil it with your hands or whatever. So spray it well, then I'm going to turn them over. You all are still laughing. What is going on? I'm just cooking. I don't know what is happening in the chat. But I'm so glad you scholars are having a good fun. Where did I get the sprayer from? I need to add that to my list. Thank you, Titanium. Either Walmart or Amazon, but I will find out for you. It's literally, I try to be sustainable where I can. You can put any oil in here. Olive oil, whatever you like. Oh, I brought it with me. So when it gets empty, all I do is that I put the coconut oil here and I just pump it until it's full. The only thing, because it's black, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm like eyeballing it because I don't want the oil to spill over. And then it turns any oil into an oil spray. I've heard that the aerosols, I don't know if they're bad for you or bad for the environment. Y'all, I can't keep up. What kind of oil am I using? This is the MCT oil. I think it stands for medium chain triglyceride, y'all. I don't know. But I have heard that the oils and what you cook with can make a big difference. So this is the one that's approved for me. But it's basically a coconut oil. So I'm going to spray the other side. And it is nice to not have to buy, spray cans and toss, spray cans and toss. I also did the same thing. I have like a cream whipper that I bought. You put heavy whipping cream and it makes its own. Y'all know me and these gadgets. All right, so we have our tortilla oiled. That's very important. All right, so now we're going to put these in the air fryer. So I'm going to put them on the tray without any foil because I want that air to get all around it. I know what I'm going to do. My dishes are kind of dirty. It's all right. I was going to try and put something over top so it doesn't fly around. You guys will see why. So we have our oiled tortilla. All right, so you guys can see. So this is going to go in the air fryer, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. We want them to crisp up. Right now, they're still like a tortilla. Just going to wipe it first. What are y'all talking about? Here I come. That's the only thing with the air fryer because it has a fan in there. Anything lightweight, like little shreds of cheese, can sometimes be knocked around, so I just have to wipe it. Not a big deal though. Oh man, y'all are having a good time. All right, so now we're gonna put our tortillas in. And I did the French fry setting again. It's like 400, but I'm looking for a texture. I want them to get a little bit brown. If you guys remember when they started, they look like a tortilla, right? This kind of ivory color. So we're gonna let them brown in the air fryer. And then let's talk about what we're gonna put on it. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's clean up. All right. What was fun? I have no idea what happened. If I need to know, let me know. If not, I'll just keep cooking. All right, so again, your sopapilla usually has, I think, like honey and ice cream and all kind of stuff on it. You guys have seen me use this sucrin syrup. This is my honey substitute. It gives me the honey drizzle experience without the sugar. I had an order come in yesterday. This is a company from the Netherlands. You know, honestly, in Europe, sometimes they're farther ahead with the food choices. When I went to Paris and London, our organic standard is kind of like their regular standard. I know they have a lot of laws and stuff, and look, I am not the food police, so eat what you like, eat what you have, but they have a lot of ingredients over there that are banned that we still consume here. So anyway, this I think is from Denmark or somewhere, I don't know, but Sucrin Gold, you guys saw I got a lot of stuff from them yesterday, and so someone asked to use this for the sopapilla. So we're going to use this caramel sauce. Messing up my manicure. Oh, is there an echo? Are you guys okay? Let me know how the sound is. Ooh. 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 All right. Now for chocolate sauce, I'm going to do a chocolate sauce drizzle. Show you guys a couple of options too. So Hershey's, regular brands, they do have zero sugar options. You just have to kind of look for them. They don't advertise them as much. They may only have like one or two on the shelf, but you can get zero sugar. Thank you all. Thank you, scholars. You can get zero sugar of the regular brands. You guys have seen me use the Walden Farms. This is their chocolate syrup. It's okay. As you can tell, you see how it's a little bit watery? I'm not going to lie to you. So you just got to be careful because their stuff is the apple cider vinegar base. So if you just go to pour, it's going to be a lot more than you want. So this is good for a drizzle. I really like their syrups, and I really like their ketchup and cocktail sauce. But the barbecue sauce and chocolate sauce, to me, it's just a little watery. So I think we'll do the Hershey's zero sugar today, plus the caramel sauce. Ooh. Let's check on our tortillas. I lost one already. They're gonna go back in, but see what I mean about the air fryer? It kind of moves stuff around. So you want to try and make sure. That's why I usually put a cover, like another wire shelf over top to keep them flat. But we're getting there. They're starting to, but they're not where they need to be yet. So these are gonna go back in. I just moved them down because the heat source in the fan is at the top, so that's when it's going to get the most. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Scholars has a ring to it. Maggie Scholars. You can call me anything, but don't call me late for dinner. Y'all are funny. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle brown sugar and cinnamon. Y'all are starting to see some of the same ingredients over and over. You just kind of reconstitute them and make new things, like Taco Bell, right? They have the same ingredients and they make 10 different things that we buy. So for brown sugar, this is my substitute. You guys have seen it, Truvia. This one says brown sugar blend, so it's half brown sugar and half stevia. I really should have gotten the one that was all stevia, but it gives you the brown sugar experience, like sand, nice and crumbly. I don't know if you can see, so we're gonna have some of that, and then I'm gonna dust with cinnamon. And I wish I had the whipped cream that I could aim, but we're going to use this one, the True Whip, this vegan whipped cream. I think this one may have soy CK, so you wouldn't want to use this one, but you can get almond milk whipped cream, coconut milk whipped cream, lots of options. All right. Hey, oh my gosh. Hey, Racing MRQ, so good to see you. All right, we're getting there. We're not there yet. Our tortilla is trying to close up on itself. I'm going to show you guys what we have. Hot. Okay, so we have our tortilla in the air fryer. You see, well, I don't know if you can see, it's starting to get that little bubble in it, kind of like, you know, when you fry a tortilla. So I want them to crisp up some more. I'm just taking them out to move because the fan will make them kind of move and collapse. So they're going to go back in until they can stand up on their own. Just a couple more minutes, but we're getting there. See how when I hold it, how it holds its own? I want a little bit more. And I'm losing some. Oh, I hate when I drop because I'm like, I was going to eat that. But I'll show you guys this little one. So you see this came from the tortilla, and anybody who's just joined, we're making a sopapilla, and we use these cassava tortillas, which are grain-free, made from cassava flour. And you can see it's just like a tortilla, but a little bit of oil in the air fryer. You see how it's holding up its own? And this fell on the floor, so it's going on the trash, but we got a little bit of a, it's still a little chewy, but you can make your own chips. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Yes, please share your favorite recipes. Whenever you guys tell me that you've made this stuff, like, it makes me so happy. And I love hearing that you all actually think this stuff tastes good because my palate has completely changed. This is, like I said, year 3 for me. You know, at 46, I've had the sad standard American diet, you know, for 40 plus years of my life. I just ate, you know, whatever, ripping and running and just going through the drive-through and just, you know, trying to, you know, eat whatever I could. And then that extra weight was turning into health problems. And so now that I know what my body tolerates and what it doesn't, I feel amazing, but also, you know, like I say, it's not what you eat from time to time. It's the stuff that you eat all of the time. So I've completely changed the way that I eat and snack. So when you guys tell me you try this stuff and it actually tastes good, I love it. Hey, Marissa. All right, so let me get a plate. I think the next time we take those out of the air fryer. Look at veggie. You made Nana the principal of my school. Why am I even here? Ah, ah. You know, my mom actually had, both of my parents have PhDs and they're retired teachers. So Dr. Nana, oh, are you serious right now? Yes. Nana is the dean. Nana is the principal. She's going to love that. She might be in here now. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see how our nachos look. Okay, perfect. So I have 3 that look good. You all see this brown, and I have 1 that kind of folded into itself. But you can see now we have that nice crispy tortilla experience. Let me get a plate. I really should get, Titanium says Alex is the gym teacher. I don't even know why I'm here. Y'all just want the family. They're calling him Alex the substitute taster. All right. So we've got our nachos. You hear that, Chris? A little bit of oil, and in the air fryer. You can make your own nachos. If you wanted them savory, you could salt them. You could oil them and salt them, and then you have your nachos for grain-free nachos for chips and salsa. But we're gonna make a sweet version. So while it's still warm, hope I don't lose them, we're gonna go with the Truvia brown sugar. Let me get a spoon. We'll do a little dusting. I think I'll save the brown sugar for after. But you guys can see here, it looks like sand. It gives you the brown sugar experience. We'll do that at the end. So we're gonna go in with the chocolate sauce first. I would shake it up because it is a little bit more watery, but we're gonna go for a nice drizzle. Again, I'm using the Hershey's Zero Sugar chocolate sauce. All right, then, fancy, right? Look at that, you guys. Now we're gonna go in with this new caramel sauce, the sucre and syrup caramel sauce. I think I'm gonna go the opposite way. Fancy, I know, right? Look at y'all, I'm taking notes. Absolutely, Bill. Happy to make them. Okay, so if I had the whipped cream with the nozzle, I would do like a dollop on each one. I know, right? But I have the tub whipped cream, so I'm using up everything. You use a little measuring cup. I'm gonna try and put a dollop on each one. So I've got this whipped cream. You know, it's gonna be kind of, I wish it were, you know how the nozzle gives you that, imagine it's that. Always the presentation. Thank you all. Thank you, scholars. Thank you, scholars. So this is our whipped cream substitute. All right, so you see what we have so far. Not done yet. All right. Then we've got our brown sugar. I'm going to put it in my hand because if I use a spoon, it's just going to dump out. But you guys can see we've got the brown sugar. That's a little much. And then, lastly, again, completely optional, some cinnamon. A little dusting of cinnamon. And you do want to season from up high. You guys see that? Because if you season really close, you're going to get your seasoning right in that spot. You want to make sure, I was about to say, did I take a picture of the food? You want to make sure that you season from a little bit of a distance. So your sopapilla, sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. So let's take a picture. Y'all, that does look pretty nice, doesn't it? Good job, Maggie. The main apronette. Let me get my phone. So yeah, just little things like that. Ooh, so pretty. Would you like to try? Okay. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I'll bring it over. Taking lots of pictures. These go up on my community tab on YouTube and then Instagram and Facebook. Uncle Stu said I didn't hold stuff up long enough. It looks delicious. Yes, Sucre and Gold makes the brown sugar substitute. You can have all of that stuff. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so now the taste. So again, the reason why we made our own, this is our version of a sopapilla, and you can see with all that stuff on it, how it's holding up its weight because we oiled it and put it in the air fryer. Mm, mm. Ooh! Mm, mm, mm-hmm, 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 mm. Y'all, make a simple dessert. Have a long tray like for a party, right? Mm. Like if you had like a brunch or something and you had a tray of these and then you just had like all of your nachos, you can have real nachos, use real nachos. Whipped cream, do your drizzle, whatever. Absolutely. But y'all, they're very, very good. You heard the crunch. You heard the crunch. Wasn't that the most important thing? So this is not a deep fry tortilla. This is a cassava tortilla that started off like that. Any oil and a few minutes in the air fryer. It's all crumbled up because the fan did that. Y'all are so funny. The crunch is making you crazy. It's good. One tortilla. Y'all, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I just wish the whipped cream had come out not in like a just dollop. I wish it had come out in, like a nice nozzle. I'm eating this. This is dessert. And it counts as a vegetable. It counts as a vegetable. Down, down, do my dance. Yeah, I'm telling you. Mm, mm. Yummy. Mm, mm. Okay, now I'm being extra. I'm sorry, y'all. But you can make this. And mhm, kids would love it. If you have an oven, get your tortillas, cut them into triangles, or fold in half, fold in half. Get a baking sheet. I have two boys. One is in boarding school and one is 14, finishing out the semester with dad. So it's just me. So I'm cooking for one. Get a big baking sheet. Get your tortillas. If you can have grains, use regular flour tortillas. Cut them with scissors, fold them in half, use a pizza cutter, make them into triangles. Oil them. I use a spray oil. You can put them in your hands. Just do, a pump of olive oil or whatever oil that you like. Oil both sides. put them on the tray, put them in the oven, under the broiler, high heat. What was that? I take it in and out, so maybe 5 minutes total. And then take them out warm. Give each person or each kid, that'd be a great family dinner. 3 or 4 triangles, and then have all of your toppings. Have your chocolate sauce, have your caramel sauce, have your whipped cream, have your honey, have your cinnamon. Make your own. Everybody can kind of do their own. That would be a great, inexpensive. And I always give you guys the substitute version because that's what I eat. But all of my recipes, you can do this with real chocolate syrup if you can have it, real honey if you can have it, real ready whipped cream if you can have it, and real brown sugar. You absolutely can. These are just creations. These are just creations that I came up with because even though I've been on this journey, I'm a mom. I'm amicably divorced from their dad, but I still cook for the family, pretty much every day. And so absolutely, Vel. So I had to get used to cooking things for the boys that I couldn't eat. And so what I've learned is I need to eat first. So I would try to make sure that I had something. That's how I ended up kind of skipping dinner. I would have like a protein shake or just sip on some tea. But kids love that kind of assemble your own food, like taco night or whatever night. But that's where the Maggie cakes came from. The boys like having breakfast for dinner. And so one night, I have it in there. I made them Bisquick pancakes, Oscar Mayer real bacon, log cabin syrup, all of this stuff that I can't have. Made this huge spread, and they were like, boys, I have literally seen one with the plate and his mouth at the side, and he's scraping the food into his mouth. I'm like, you are not homeless. Stop acting like it. If I say stop acting like an animal, then they tell me, well, Mom, we're all mammals. So y'all know how that goes when you have smart kids. But I remember making that meal and I couldn't have any. So I cleaned up and went to bed and I was thinking, man, I wish I could have pancakes. So that's where I just kind of come up with this stuff. You guys can absolutely do it. And yes, the crunchy stuff in your oatmeal, nuts. You could do these cassava tortillas. I'll show you the cauliflower chips that I had yesterday. They stayed very crunchy in the nachos. Let me clean up. If you don't want to make your own, that's fine. If you saw my post earlier today from Chips and Salsa, this is what I had. This came from Walmart, like $3.99, which is what you'd pay for regular chips anyway, but they're made with cauliflower. And they're actually really good. So you can see here, and then when I use them for the salsa or even loaded with meat and cheese and all that stuff, they held up really well. So there's lots of different options. You can make it savory with nachos. You can make it sweet, the way we just did for dessert. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to clean up and run the dishwasher. I'll give it one more minute. Let me know if there's any more questions. And then if not, we'll sign off until breakfast tomorrow. What are we going to make for breakfast tomorrow? I think I want to perfect the pepper rings. Yes, you all are my scholars. You are Maggie's scholars. It's official. It's official. All right, everybody. I don't see any other questions. So we did our chicken parmesan. Absolutely. We did our fruit parfait with orange, vanilla, and the orange zest. And we did our sopapilla dessert option. Everything I had tonight was sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. If you can have the full flavor, please have it for me. I eat every day, so I'm going to give you guys a post every day. Thank you for being here. Please like the video, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I just come in here and start cooking, so I appreciate you guys helping the channel to grow. I will post, maybe I'll perfect the egg peppers tomorrow, but we'll make breakfast in the morning and then another meal tomorrow evening. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and we will talk again soon. There's a pinned message. I'm just going to see what that is. The crunch. All right, you guys. So Instagram, good night. And then Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Yes, thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing.